Hi, I'm Caroline. Welcome to FYI NewsByte. Here's what we found for your information this lunchtime. Charged with attempted rape, the head of the IMF was taken from a New York police station in handcuffs after submitting to a DNA examination. Dominic Strauss-Kahn is accused of attempting to rape a hotel maid and unlawfully imprisoning her. The 62-year-old was arrested trying to fly from New York back to Paris. His lawyers say he will undergo further tests ahead of his court appearance.
Our client consented to an examination tonight at the request of the government. That's being done in light of the hour. We've agreed to postpone the arraignment until tomorrow morning, and we expect to be here in court with him tomorrow.
How is your client doing?
He's tired, but he's fine.
Mourning the dead after a day of violent clashes. Palestinian refugees have declared a day of mourning in Lebanon, where 10 people were killed after Israeli troops opened fire on demonstrators. At least 15 people in total died during clashes at flashpoints on the Israeli border with Lebanon, Syria and Palestinian territories. It happened during Nakba, when Palestinians marked the founding of the Israeli state in 1948. The Israeli army said it fired when protesters tried to damage the border fence. Angry over austerity measures, a protest against government cuts ended in violence in the Spanish capital. Arrests were made in Madrid after demonstrators faced off with police. Earlier in the day, tens of thousands of students, social groups and unemployed people had rallied in more than 50 cities across Spain. Battling the elements, Colombia's coast has been devastated by torrential rain and flash flooding. This is what the people in the city of Barranquilla in the northeast of the country are dealing with, as currents of water washed through the streets. Some managed to save their cars using ropes and pulleys, but dozens of vehicles were swept away and overturned. Heavy rainfall caused the river Magdalena to burst its banks. This year's rainy season is the worst in Colombia's history. Meanwhile, the floodgates have opened stateside. The opening of the spillway on the Mississippi River has diverted water from Baton Rouge and New Orleans, but has left other places floating in up to 6 meters of water. People there are being told to move to higher ground. Preparing to blast off, NASA is fueling the Space Shuttle Endeavour for its delayed launch into orbit. 2 weeks ago, the countdown was halted because of an electrical problem. It's hoped it'll finally get off the ground today for its 25th and final flight to the International Space Station before retirement. Nearly 500,000 people are set to flock to the Kennedy Space Centre for the second attempt at takeoff. FYI is interactive. From your opinions to news you think we should be covering, we want to hear it all. FYI is available to you 24/7 online for all the information you need to know. Simply log on to tv3.ie/3e/FYI. Here you'll find the latest stories, video catch-ups, comments and the FYI blog. We're also available to you on Twitter and Facebook. Just log on to the website and hit the social networking shortcuts. Time now for a look at the funniest clips on the web. Here's our top 5.
At number 5, train wash at the touch of an accelerator. In at number 4, no amount of praying is going to save you from stupidity. At number 3, when it comes to operating the 2-man exercise machine, there's always room for human error. In at 2, somebody doesn't like Daddy's brand new plasma TV. And no amount of telly-slapping is going to bring it back. And at number 1 today, thanks to Michelle who sent this to us on Facebook, one man and his dog talking fridge food.
I took some chicken, I put some cheese on it, then I covered it with what? I covered it with cat treats. Yeah. Then guess what?
What? Tune in to FYI later for the newest downloads. We'll have more on the top stories, plus catch up on today's tech news with Cassie, and Paul will be here with the sport. We'll see you back here at 6, right here on 3E.